Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2021 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of February. This reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Thanks for hitting that like button and subscribing if you feel like it. For all the support, feedback, and comments, thank you so much. I hope everyone is safe and well out there right now. So this reading is for the last 2 weeks of February 2021 for the fire sign of Sagittarius. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Sagittarius, or if you're cross-watching for a Sagittarian. It's also relevant. Of course, it's a general reading. It's always going to resonate a little differently for everyone. You know what your story is. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight. If you find that this reading or any of the readings resonate with you and you would like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly. Maggie, the number 1 McGuire @gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And as I do readings full time, it's all that I do. I'm pretty diligent at working with schedules to get those readings set up as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you're interested. I'd be happy to hear from you. All of the readings are also available as gifts for other people. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the last 2 weeks of February have in store for you. Well, we begin with the devil. Addictions, temptations, vices, negative cycles, negative behavior patterns, but ones that are very difficult to break because there's something we get out of them, so we keep returning to it over and over and over again, even though they're harmful or toxic. With the devil is the sun. Yeah, this is, the indulgence of negative pleasure-seeking behavior, overindulging, addictions, toxic cycles, but, really enjoying it, which therein is the nature of addiction or negative cycles that we keep returning to. The Hierophant, convention, tradition, establishment, religion, ideologies. With the Ace of Swords, somebody is waking up and seeing truth and reality here quite clear. The Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, sneaking away. I actually feel like that's a positive here. Perhaps if whatever the devil's card represents for you, it's a general reading, it's going to mean different things, but it's negative cycles, toxic cycles, but addictive cycles. Sometimes if you're not strong enough in the beginning to say no to something, it's best that you just remove yourself from that thing, or remove that thing, person, place, or situation from your life, at least for a while until you get stronger. From the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords, learning, information. Bottom of the deck card is overall energy and focus. So learning, the student, the apprentice, getting information, finding out information, seeing, pages represent, whether it's an older person or a younger person, energetically, they are the student, the apprentice. They are learning and trying to figure out what to do with what they're learning, how to apply it to the path that they're on. The Page of Swords is the page of air, mental energy, belief systems, ideologies, perspectives. So, it's sometimes called the spy card because pages receive and, gather information. I think somebody's having a huge wake-up call here. That's what I feel like this is. There's some negative, toxic cycle, addictive cycle in their life. It could be an actual substance, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, overspending. It could be a negative relationship cycle, whatever the devil card represents that you're chained to or tempted by, that you keep returning to. It's harmful. Whatever that is, I feel like you're getting and you've really indulged in it and really enjoyed it, I feel like you're getting a huge wake-up call. For some of you, it might be relapse on something. For others of you, it might just be waking up for the first time and seeing reality as it really is. That might be helped by an organization or an institution or a religious path or a religious person someone or something that's showing up as the Hierophant, which is conventions, traditions, establishments, um, organized religions. It could represent an actual person who kind of embodies the wisdom and knowledge of the Hierophant. You know, it could be a therapist, a priest, a pastor. It could be an organization of some kind that's established, that's been in place for some time. A set of ideologies. I mean, the Hierophant is next to the devil, so Sagittarius, it might be that what you're getting a wake-up call to is an ideology or a set of ideas that have turned out to be kind of toxic for you. For others of you, the Hierophant is in a helpful position. They're helping you kind of get this wake-up call, which is what the Ace of Swords kind of is too. The Ace of Swords, it's a card that represents success through having absolute reality revealed to you, and in that energetic space of seeing something for absolutely what it is, not what you wish it was, not what you want it to be, but what it really is, sometimes can be difficult to take. You know, the Ace of Swords kind of reminds me of that line, the cold hard truth. It doesn't necessarily need to be cold, but it presents reality. That sword of knowledge, of truth, cuts away fantasy, illusion, emotions, and reveals something for being absolutely what it is. And even if that's difficult, in that space, you have the opportunity to make different choices and decisions to create a healthier reality for yourself. So the Ace of Swords is kind of like the light bulb going off over your head, the epiphany. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is a card of concealment, of hidden things, of keeping things undercover or off the grid. Can be deceitful, lies, you know, exploitation, stealing. I don't really feel like that is here. I feel like it's literally somebody leaving, maybe leaving quickly and quietly, leaving secretly, or making plans to, you know, secretly making plans to leave. Maybe because whatever the Devil card and the Sun is just too overwhelming for you. You're not able to stay in or around it, person, place, or situation. So you have to leave, because whatever the Devil card is for you, the Sun is with it, which means it's something you truly, truly enjoy. It's like, you know, overindulgence and enjoying it. And you're leaving or making plans to leave, the Eight of Cups. Walking away from something disappointing, dissatisfying, unfulfilling. Either you're leaving or you're making plans to leave. I mean, the Eight of Cups in the short term represents a change, you know. Maybe what you have been attached to, maybe you started off thinking that it was going to work for you, it was going to be great for you, but in reality, it's not. So you're leaving to go find your Nine of Cups, your Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment. In the long term, the Eight of Cups kind of asks us to take a look at our reality, the decisions we've made to create the reality we find ourselves in, and if it's an unsatisfying reality, then how do we take steps to create a better and healthier and more joyful and fulfilling reality for ourselves? That's what the Ace of Swords is, and the Ace of Swords is right next to the Eight of Cups. You know, it reveals that whatever you thought was in these cups that was going to be great for you, it's turned out not to be. And this is what you're learning. And again, because the Devil and the Sun together is such a powerfully addictive, tempting energy, maybe that's why you're leaving. And again, I'm a big advocate if in the beginning you're not strong enough to say no. It's kind of like, you know, when addicts are first getting clean, they've got to remove themselves completely from things that trigger them because they're not strong enough to say yes, to turn away from it, to actually see what's behind it yet. So this feels like a challenging place to be. It could be a hitting bottom kind of place to be, which is very difficult. But in that, it presents you with, okay, this is what it is, and this is how I've contributed to it. I need to get out of this. That's what I'm seeing. And again, it's a general reading, so whatever it is going to vary. For some of you, it might be actual substance abuse. For others of you, it might be a toxic work situation. It might be a toxic romantic relationship. It might be a toxic religious path, you know. Some of you, this Hierophant is going to be negative, and some of you, it's going to be positive. Let's clarify a bit. Let's clarify the Page of Swords for the overall energy. Learning, gaining information, having your eyes opened for sure. I mean, on one hand, this could be, you know, somebody waking up to realize that the group they've joined is in fact a cult, you know. But it's going to mean different things. Fundamentally, the energy is the same, though. Clarify the Page of Swords. The Tower. Yeah, somebody, some unexpected events has shown the truth, like hitting bottom. Judgment. Okay, you're at a crossroads now. What are you going to do about it? So now you've had this Tower card moment, this moment of revealing, and judgment is, okay, you're at a crossroads now where you're being called to act, and what you choose to do, there's an air of finality to judgment. You're not going to be able to come back from whatever you choose or come back easily. So judgment is, you know, what are you going to do? Potentially life-changing moment. What are you going to do? The Page of Swords. Again, learning, definitely seeing the light. Death and ending. I feel like it's the death of an illusion, the death of excuses, the death of fantasy and telling yourself it's one thing when in fact it really isn't. That's what I feel here. Let's clarify the Devil and the Sun. I don't even know if I should because it's going to be different things, but let's see what the fundamental energy behind it is. The Devil and the Sun. The Five of Cups, regret. But not all is lost. There's still 2 cups behind them. You can't see it because you're only focused on what's lost, what's gone, what you've done, what's happened. And behind it is the Star. The Star, chronologically in the tarot, comes after the Tower, after that event, after things have come crumbling down. The Star comes in to shine the light and shine a light on the path in front of you and give you a renewed sense of hope, faith, and optimism that you can, in fact, change your reality by the choices you make and the actions you take. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Wands. What are you going to do? You're at a crossroads making a choice. The Lovers. Also about making a choice. It might be about a relationship here. Could be a third-party relationship. Again, the details of this are going to vary because I'm feeling like it could be 50 different things for people. But ultimately, again, the energy fundamentally is the same. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's about making choices, and that choice might be about a primary relationship, or it might be a choice or a decision that affects a primary relationship. Let's clarify. Seven of Swords. The Ace of Swords. The Six of Swords. And the Sun. Repeating cards here. Yeah, there's definitely been a wake-up call. Definitely been a wake-up call. Ace of Swords twice. So the truth is being revealed, but in that truth you have the opportunity to make decisions to move away from the Devil card energy, to begin a healing, a transitional healing path, and be free of this. Be free of that Devil card energy, whatever it is to you. The Sun is an uplifting of energy. It's chains being broken, you know, darkness into light, sickness into health, you know, cutting the chains, cutting the bonds. Clarify the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Wands. So you're leaving pretty quickly, pretty decisively, pretty definitively. Or you're making plans, you're getting everything set up so that when you leave you can do it really quickly. The Eight of Cups again. Yep, you're leaving it behind you. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be, the Ten of Pentacles is long-term stability and security. There's a strong connection to home and family here, family home, family money, family property. I mean, some of you, right, so Devil card, overwhelming, can't deal with it, need to leave. Some of you, the thing you're leaving might be attached to home and family. For some of you, it might be leaving with financial and material resources. Some of you, you might be leaving and going to whatever your home and family base is because that's what you need at this time. Ultimately, you're leaving for stability, for a connection to home and family and friends, because that's what you need. It feels like you recognize that in this Devil card energy, you may not be strong enough to deal with it head on and directly right now, so you're just choosing to leave from it, and I'm total advocate of that. It's a beautiful reading, hard but beautiful. So let's just end with pulling an advice card from Spirit for Sagittarius on how best to navigate through this. Strength. Yep. Strength is about facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, wrestling with what we call your shadow self, which is just a kind of a cool sounding name for it, taking a very difficult process, which is taking a good hard look at where we are, what our reality is, how we've contributed to it, owning that. That can be very difficult. It takes a great deal of strength, courage, wisdom, and humility, but that's also what you gain more of by going through this process. It's usually about facing the things that we're afraid to face, head up, dealing with it, moving on, and through it. It's beautiful, beautiful reading. This is like Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of reading, and this is where it begins, Sagittarius. Blessings to you. All right, Sagittarius, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of February. I hope that it's a powerful reading. I hope that for those of you it resonated with, you also found it powerful and helpful. So if this reading resonated with you, Sagittarius, or you think it might resonate with someone else, and you'd like to reach out and take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you and to work with you, or as a gift for someone else as well. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2021 general readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again. Be blessed. Bye-bye.